Chat. Testing. Quattro Cinco in the chat if you can hear me.
Now they can hear you.
Testing.
You know what that means? Nothing. Apparently nothing. Apparently nothing's working now.
What is going on, you guys?
We in the.
You can hear me now? 555? Yeah.
Hit the 5.
What is going on?
Sorry, guys. Hang tight. Listen to the sound of my smooth and calm voice.
Yo, but fuck that shit. The market's up. Yes, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Whoa.
All right. Well, they can hear you now.
Hey, what is going on, you guys? Dog Cost Crypto here once again with the intro. That was much cooler the first time, but not as cool the second time. But who cares, you guys? I am joined today by Yasuke Fitness. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? It's Yasuke Fitness out here in Vegas with my man, Miguel.
What's up?
First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Miguel, man. This guy, the amount of work that he puts in to bring this to you guys, and then the work he does behind the scenes, y'all already know what he does, man. This dude, give him his flowers now, today. Give him his flowers, man. This guy, he's put a lot of people on, and you know, I just want to give him his flowers today. You know, I'm on his show. I'm having a good time. Let's have a good time tonight. I got some questions for him. We're gonna be talking a little bit, chatting, and you know what I'm saying? Just let's get active. Let's get active.
Hey, man, thank you. I don't know what you could say to something like that, but other than like, I appreciate it, dog. Dang.
Of course, bro.
And that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm like today. There was a really, really cool message in the Telegram chat that just like really took me away for a minute and stuff. Which was, this guy said like, Miguel, thanks to you and Charlie, this is the first time in my life I've ever had over $10,000 in anything, and like now I'm making a couple $100 every week extra because of me being able to trade around and because my cryptos have been going up so much and stuff. So, hey, man, I was like, that's what I do it for right there, man. I want people, but I told him, this is only the beginning. There's a higher peak. The Citadel keeps going up higher. There's a higher level.
What was the thing that you said? Is like, wait, let's walk down the hill and then we could fuck all the cows.
Yes. Well, let me tell you guys the truth, right? Like, all right. So there was these two bulls on top of a hill. There was a young bull and an old bull. The young bull was going, "Rrr, rrr, you guys, yo, man, let's go down there. There's a bunch of cows. Let's run down there and fuck one of the cows." And then the old bull said, "My son, let's walk down there and fuck all the cows."
Well, lessons from a wise old bull.
That was pretty based. Join the Citadel, you guys.
Join the Citadel, guys.
Join the Citadel, man. We're doing some really cool stuff right now. We've and I think actually it's still available. Actually, if you join up right now, that there's something super special going on right now, just because things are going on in Red Dead, man. So please join up to the Citadel. But I mean, I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, especially like there's a lot of people on the internet right now that are kind of like fronting.
Fronting about what?
Like how much. I think there's a lot of people really lying about how much money they made during this last bull market. I don't believe it.
Really?
I mean, I love $1 million here or there, of course. But there's a lot of people, I ain't gonna say names and stuff, but there's just a lot of people lying to like people about the kind of money they're making, as well as like how much people they've been helping for I don't know. Man.
Why would they lie though?
Well, because there's a financial gain for it.
Right, just like getting the trust of
people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a look and stuff, you know. It's just a look and stuff. Now, maybe we'll see over time whether some of these people, not everyone who starts stuff like that, like some people may be faking it till they make it, and then from there they course correct and then actually are, and then I fully respect that.
Right.
But a lot of them are just grifting. If we're just being honest, man. I mean, I've got certified numbers, man. I got to get that fucking McDonald's sign of customer served, like certified.
And it's like you should get it like, and it ticks up every time, you know, somebody like pushes a button or something like that on a website.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking awesome.
I'm not flashy, man. I don't even got my Rolex on today. Like,
no, you said you don't even got the Rollie on.
I don't even got the Rolex on. We just came back from the gym.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We just came back from the gym. We just had a really good session. We did some back, we did some buys, and we also did some pad work. You know what I'm saying? We be hitting that gym, man. We be getting that work in. You know what I'm saying? This is the big man over here. We out here. We're doing the work. So, I do want to ask you some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
man.
know if you wanted to get into that too so soon, or you wanted to like.
Well, I kind of wanted to ask you something a little first.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Because like now you're entering the crypto space.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the reasons why like this is your first steps in crypto, and this is why like I find this like so valuable, because you are gonna come at this as like a beginner, right?
Yeah, like from point blank
and stuff like that. So it's like, but it's really interesting to hear your perspective, because like you probably share the perspective of a lot of people. I obviously think you're a lot smarter than most people.
Really?
No, yeah, but
it.
I mean, I'm not saying you're a normie or nothing like that. What I'm saying is like you're really smart and you're hardworking and stuff like that. And anyone who can reach the top, like, you know, money, muscles, game, frame, right? Anyone who can reach a pretty tall, like 1% pinnacle in any of those fields and stuff is special.
Right.
Because it just takes an immense amount of concentration.
True.
Like to get a 6-pack is very difficult.
It is, man.
To get really rich is really difficult. I mean, even hitting a million is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like any of these things, getting really good with girl, anything that people want, it's not an easy sort of thing. And anyone who goes down that path does have something special to them. At the very least, persistence.
How's
your crypto journey been so far?
So right now, I've learned a lot. Like within since I met you, I've learned pretty much I've began to start to trust the process a little bit more. Before it was kind of I would just hear little things here and there. I'd be like, I don't really know. I think it's mainly a bit about trusting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at first, the first thing that most men do, we deny whatever it is. We're like, oh, this is bullcrap, or oh, this doesn't make any sense, and I'm just not gonna do it, right?
Yeah. Or
Or like I would ask somebody else, I'd be like, hey man, what do you think about this? And they would let me know. They'd be like, man, that thing's garbage, you know. But since I met you, and since you've been able to explain things in a better sense towards me, and like just financially in general, I've been like doing my own research, you know, putting up my own charts, and I'm like, yo, like I'm making my own conclusion, my own subjective conclusions on, you know, coins and currencies and things like that, and how to move in the space as well. I think it's fun. I think I'm just like, I'm climbing the mountain, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to the Citadel. That's really what it is. We're all trying to make it to the Citadel. So join the Citadel, by the way.
Sheesh.
But
definitely join, man.
I think I still have a lot more to learn. You know, I joined during a bear market. You know, I pretty much started buying my first pieces of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hex in a bear market. So I don't really like you guys talk about like the past and like 2017 and like things like that. So it's like, to me, it's like World War II veterans talking about like the war,
the wars.
The wars is like, oh yeah, you know, like I remember back in this days and we used to do this and like the great times, and like now it's like I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for my turn, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out on the range and start, you know what I'm saying, sniping.
Right. I mean, if we, I don't know if this is like, maybe I shouldn't classify this as, but like, I don't know, maybe the 2017 market's World War II. I would say like what the cycle we just went through was a Korean War. And we're about to go into fucking Vietnam.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're about to go into Vietnam.
Does that mean we're gonna get wrecked or not?
Sheesh. Well, no, we're early. I mean, like right now we're getting the. I mean, this is the. I don't know why people aren't buying right now. I mean, even oh my god, I forgot his name. Not Benjamin Cohen. Who's the other guy? The 4-year cycle. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, his name just slipped me, bro.
I go out of my way not to watch these guys. I highly respect these guys, but if I were to listen to some of their content, I think it would influence my decisions. But I decided to listen to one of his most latest stream and stuff. Bob Lucas, thank you. And I've got a shout out to Bob Lucas. Bob Lucas is a saint out here when it comes to crypto, and he's like real, like, you know, we're about to end the 4-year cycle, and we're about to enter a new 4-year cycle.
Okay.
Crypto generally does a 4-year cycle. It's pretty much based off of because of how the Bitcoin halving works. It happens every 4 years. And the next Bitcoin halving happens in 2024, right? Litecoin happens in 2023. Yeah. But pretty much he's right. I mean, like, basically what he said in that stream was that we're pretty close to the lows. It's like we either have another dip down or we don't. But it doesn't matter, because if you don't start buying in right now, then you're gonna miss. It's like, what if this was the bottom and then it just launches
exactly,
and then you're just like fuck. Now I do think we're probably heading towards, like, I think we're heading to we're gonna have these 2 pumps. One's gonna be medium-sized pump that we're heading into, and then the next one crash down, and then afterwards, I think I personally think we have one more dip. I really do think, because this is the first time I've ever. I mean, I'm waiting on it. Yeah, I've been waiting on it, but I've been DCing the whole time. Okay. I'm dollar cost crypto.
He's dollar cost crypto, man.
Because if you don't start dollar cost averaging, you're not stretching the muscle to actually purchase, and then you get to buy. I mean, go ahead. Yeah.
I won't lie, bro. Since I'm still new at this, so I won't lie. I did miss a few chances to DCA. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you look at it, you watch it, and it's been like, you see like Ethereum where it is, and it's kind of just like, you know, up and down. It's like, like, I'll buy a little bit, you know, tomorrow or whatever. And you look at it and the prices, I'll buy a little bit tomorrow or whatever. Yeah. And then like I seen it like jump up to like 1,600, like damn. And then it's like, bro, I should have bought it back when it was like 1,200, 1,300. You know what I'm saying? So I won't lie, like me just being new and kind of just trying to get my feel and like, just go with just, you know what I'm saying, let me buy some here, or like being more robotic about it, you know what I'm saying, and less like emotional, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what I'm trying to pick up on right now. And I did miss a few chances. I did get that chance in when I remember I texted you. I was like, dude, like Ethereum's dropping, and you're like, bro, check this out. And like literally it dipped down to like 800 or something. I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, and I did buy in then, but there's a few times where I missed.
That's hey, man, good. Those scary times, that's when you buy.
Yeah.
When your hands are shaky, that's when you strike.
But other than that, overall, I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Getting better at it, just creating the plan and be like, okay, it's literally just having the mindset of investing. It's like a long-term. I like Charlie pretty much talks about it as like long-term savings
account. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, just put that little bit away. You know what I'm saying? Survive on a little bit of less. I mean, for guys that kind of have to, you know, some guys are just balling out here and they could just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? For guys that, you know, we figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the money aside, and you might not be going out every weekend. You might not be going to,
yeah.
You know, you might not be able to put guacamole on your Chipotle.
Hey,
but it's okay.
Well, I think we're going a little far now. You need to chill. You need to chill with all. I mean, I'm cool with all that. I did not work this hard.
Hey, man, it's proven that if you can afford guacamole on your Chipotle, you are of high status.
Facts.
I'm telling you, man. Telling you.
Yo, I want to shout out a couple of super chats, man. Shout out to Ryan Sullivan with the $5 super chat. Gracias por todo el trabajo duro. Thank you for all the hard work. Oh, for sure, bro. And Ryan Sullivan, $5 super chat. 2 or 3 años hasta Luna. Is it 2 or 3 years before we fucking just launch? Honestly, I think the prices are going to be pretty tasty by Q4 of 2023. 2024 is pretty much when the bull market's really going to be off, and then into 25, I think. Now.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the more macro news we have that could take the market down, the more it lags out, the more it just, because it either if the macro news is kind of bad, it ends up kind of accordioning the time frame where it could pump up, and then it makes it much more dramatic. So I think this cycle, we're looking at more of a 2017 cycle than we are because last cycle, it seemed to me to be like more of a 2013, 2014 cycle.
Okay.
Versus a 2017, which was just like, it was 1 year warm up, and then it just 1 year of just.
It did go crazy, man.
It went crazy.
I was watching it too, and I didn't do anything. I was like, bro, I'm not going to buy any of this. Because every time I see something blow up, like I remember the whole, like, not doesn't have to do with crypto, but the whole like GameStop thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that happen, I was like, dude, I'm not gonna buy into this. Like, I'm gonna lose all my money. And people made a buttload off of that.
A boatload of money.
That's crazy. But you know, once you gain the knowledge, man, and you actually know it, like you don't have those hesitations anymore. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy this. You know, I'm gonna put my money here. I believe in this. This is what I'm gonna do. You know, you gotta have that confidence, you know, to press the button.
Yeah,
you gotta have that confidence to press the button, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are starting out that, you know, they have their money in their hands. It's like, man, should I buy? Should I not? Should I DC in now? Should I wait a week? Should I let the price drop down a little bit? It's like, build a strategy, you know, according to like how you get your money, you know, how you get your income, and put that money aside and make it more robotic than more emotional. Because if you're in your emotion, you're always going to think you're like in a state of survival all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't thrive in a state of survival. You have to kind of get to the point where you're thriving, and you can, like, you know, comfortably be like, okay, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put my acorns away, you know what I'm saying, for the winter, or hybrid. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you got to do. That I'm learning that you got to do. So
yeah,
I know when this next bull run, I'm gonna feel it.
You don't even understand how lucky you are right now, bros. Like, bros, if you're here right now, dollar cost averaging into the market right now, you're in the asymmetric zone. For the next year, it's nothing but W's. Now, there's going to be a good part of the cycle where you're going to buy something and it's going to be down 50%. Well, welcome to crypto. That's what it is. But the chance of you not buying here and then missing that opportunity is so gigantic. We're going to be talking about this a lot more in the Crypto Mindset Q4, which comes out November 18th. and it's really focusing on actually buying these lows. And I mean, there's a reason we kind of lagged out the course an extra month, so we could actually time it to like to be between like December, January, February. So we can actually help everyone kind of catch those lows and kind of hold everyone's hand and kind of pinpoint the best projects, basically. I mean, we've been talking about Matic for a while. I mean, like personally, right, Polygon Matic and stuff. Like I hated that project forever, and just because they kind of mess with everybody beforehand.
Jack is coming off, guys.
Jack is coming off. They were kind of messing. Like they kind of did some fuck shit on the during the Decentraland days, but you know, they've proven over time that they're really good at like biz dev, which is basically they're really good at onboarding larger scale companies, and they're getting quite large companies to put their NFTs or their store or their project or their entire company on Matic, and kind of onboarding them into Ethereum, but putting them on Matic and stuff. Okay. And you know, there was this whole huge sort of like news event that just happened recently where Meta basically said they're going to support 3 systems. Obviously Ethereum, of course, but they're gonna support Matic NFTs, Solana NFTs, and they're gonna support Phantom Wallet NFTs, which in a way you can actually, because the Phantom Wallet actually works with Phantom as well. So it's kind of like, it wasn't like fully like we're also supporting Phantom NFTs, but it was kind of like a half cocked ass, like, you know, like we also in a weird way we could actually help Phantom out as well in there, which is kind of cool. And as well as you ended up having Andre come back to Phantom in a way. Andre Congrier, if I'm saying his name right, he's like one of the, like, from better terms, he's one of the better devs in all of crypto, and he kind of left Phantom during like the whole solid sex sort of sync handle, which is a coin. I know, very strange sort of name for a coin, but he left that. It kind of fudded out Phantom, and then when he left, Phantom just started dropping from there, basically.
What does it take to be? I don't know if you've like have you like spoken to any devs? Like,
what do you mean? For what?
Like just crypto devs?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What does it take to be a crypto dev? Like how? Because I remember you spoke about like it's like, yeah, bro, if you just learn Solidity, like you can definitely get in. But like, is there a threshold? Because like these guys, there's a lot at stake for like these guys, like careers. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure there's people like looking at them like, bro, like you cannot fuck this up, or like you cannot like. What's the
threshold? I mean, the basics is basically you can read code, and then from there you could probably copy and paste an RC20 token contract and launch something like that. I mean, most devs are copy and pasters for the most part. I'm just being for real. Like
Control C,
Control V? Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, but it's the truth. Like most Ethereum developers, I mean, just know enough to read it, to understand that, there's a little mistake here and there. Fix a bug here and there, and then just launch something that was pretty much already created. They're just copying and pasting. Now, the threshold where you're really a developer is where you can actually, you know, Solidity well enough that you can actually put something on there. And then there's this whole other branch of like you're on a different blockchain and you're on that blockchain, right? And every blockchain for the most part it has different languages or is pretty much or it's very close to Solidity in that sort of sense. And then pretty much what I would say, like where Andre's creating like really new things and then implementing and coding them up and stuff, and like creating all kinds of kind of like things like that. That's it's just basically the level of skill. And then there's this whole thing too where like for the way a lot of like coding works and stuff. Now here's, I could be talking on my ass here a little bit, but on something like a major project, there's really like 1 or 2 guys really writing most of the code, right? And then the rest of them are just kind of like brushing over it for mistakes and stuff. But the guys are actually making the sauce. It's like 2 or 3 guys. It's gotta be, or 1 guy.
It's gotta be.
I mean, like look at Hedgeron. That was all made by 1 guy, Alex.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. That's what happens, and so because like it's like you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So it's like that's how it mostly works, you know.
So I don't know if you wanted to touch on anything else, but I wanted to fire off a few questions.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it.
All right. So my first question is, I remember I spoke to you in the gym about it. I had some Bitcoin on one of the exchanges, and I wanted to transfer it to a wallet, transferred it to an Exodus wallet, and I realized it's like, I got knocked for like a lot of fees for some reason. I don't know. Like, how do you navigate transaction costs?
Right.
Like how how does this happen at like a lower level, like a mid-tier level, and a higher tier level? Or is it everybody kind of should be practicing the same kind of strategy? Or is there strategy to it?
No, there is strategy to it. So okay. So, and this was the Bitcoin transaction you were telling me about, right?
This was a Bitcoin transaction.
I think the fees were more than likely affiliated to crypto.com.
Yeah.
That's why I don't recommend crypto. I mean, look, I think crypto.com does some cool stuff, and they're going to be around and stuff. And like the Crow token might be something I might even purchase one day on a low, because I think it will survive, and it's they have like savings and stuff, so they'll make it. But I haven't met too many people that pretty much have onboarded a lot of money through there and then just kind of left from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I usually tell people to go through Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini or FTX or Binance USA or something like that. Now I'm talking about people in the States. Now, so sometimes you're in a jurisdiction in the world where you're just fucking shit out of luck and you have to use a shitty exchange.
Really?
Yep. It just is what it is. So like we tell people to use the best practices of onboarding money. So you use these the spinning plates, right? You have as many exchanges available to you to onboard money, and as soon as one limits you, you go to the other one.
Yeah.
And if you're able to, so in order to save on costs, right? You typically just want to buy your coins on an exchange if it's like on an RC20 token, like on like Ethereum and stuff. So like in terms of gas costs, usually late at night is probably the best time to be doing transactions or on the weekends, because you're going to be charged less gas fees because there's less people,
less network traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Because most people are taking Friday off and they're fucking off at the club and stuff and not in front of the computer, doing transactions, right? Except for the real G's in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's typically the kind of the rules of thumb. Now, in terms for fees, right? A lot of the time when you have less money and stuff like that, you're doing smaller transactions. So like I used to do $10 a day, $20 a day, and I was probably taking a 10% fee on that. But if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to accumulate anything in order to actually get started. So that's like there's these things where like they're not the optimal sort of ways to kind of onboard money and kind of get started. But if you don't get started, you are never going to get started.
Yeah.
So back when I was trying to get into equities a long time ago, it was like 2011, 2009, you needed $10,000 to open an account. I didn't have $10,000. And even when they lowered it to like 5,000 and 3,000, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I had to save it for a long time, and this is the whole thing, like being a cash-based economy back in the day. I had to say like that barrier to entry is it's a very bad thing and stuff. You want that barrier to entry to be as low as possible so more people can start, and then you can actually kind of ascend yourself. Now it does take that consistency as well. When like something like a Robinhood, even though a lot of people share on Robinhood, it actually did a lot for stocks and it did a lot for like younger people because like no trading fees, and then I can start with $10. That's really cool because then over time you can say, because stocks barely move up and down anyway. Let's be for real, except when they're crashing. A little recently, but they usually were stable over the decade. You were able to put $10 in, even if it went to $9 or $8. You were able to dollar cost average over time, and even taking those losses, you saved up more money than you'd ever save in your life, because what you're doing is you're putting your money in a place where you're able to watch it, but it makes it difficult to move it back into cash to then get it into your bank account. There's steps to do it, so it's not it's like it's liquid. But it's liquid with steps, right? And that liquid with steps is what ends up causing like the student I talked about earlier, where he's like, I was finally able to save for the first time in my life $10,000 because he had his money too liquid. So he probably had a lot of his money in his bank account, and because he had it in his bank account, oh, this emergency happened. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. This happened. Like I call it paying yourself first, right? You put money into crypto, you're paying yourself first. So obviously, like if you literally have like a $3,000 bill and you made $3,300, well, you need to pay the bill first, right?
Yeah.
But for the most part, right? Once you pay all your things, you can more or less know, like once you look at your bills, like what's like too much into crypto and what's not. Once you decide that amount, you throw it in. It's gone. Like this, I'm not touching it for 2 years. I've got like a 2-year rule, especially in these times. Now, if I'm talking 2 years from now, it's probably like a 6-month or 4-month rule or something like that on that capital.
Which is kind of like staking, right?
Yeah, you're staking those coins. And in any way too, if you want to save on taxes anyway, let's just say you buy Ethereum today, right? Let's just say Ethereum dropped to $1,000. You bought $1,000 of Ethereum. You want to hold on to that thing for a full year, because when you sell it a year or 2 years down the line, when the price is much higher, $5,000 to $12,000 on Ethereum, right? 2-3 years from now, you instead of being charged like 35, 40% in taxes, you're getting charged 15.
Why?
Because you have long-term capital gains. So when you hold on to an asset for a full year, don't sell it. It stays in the wallet, right? When you sell it a year later, you will pay much less in taxes.
Okay. And I actually had a question about taxes as well.
Sure. I want to preface this when I'm not a legal tax attorney yet. I'm not a tax expert, so please, yeah. All right. Woo,
so on taxes,
okay.
How does one navigate through? Like, who do you call? Like, you go to H&R Block. Like who are you talking to?
Ghostbusters, right?
like how does one do this? Do we do it on our own?
For the most part, you're going to be doing it on your own. Like most CPAs are like clueless about crypto even now. I mean, me and Charlie and Steve from accounting. So Steve from accounting, we are currently working on a crypto tax platform.
You guys should do that.
Yeah, we are doing it. It's taken us a little longer just because it's complex and stuff like that, and it takes a while. But we eventually will have one of the not the first, but one of the most like accessible crypto tax firms in the world.
Bro, you guys have got to be following this man, dude. Whatever this dude Miguel thinks about and goes out and does, bro, he's like creating. It's like an energy wave, and it just spreads out to everybody. I mean, like something like that is gonna like truly bring a lot more people into space, because it's like, okay, now like I know what I got to do. I'm not in the dark about this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can go start the crypto mindset course, and then, you know what I'm saying, go into, crypto mindset tax company, you know what I'm saying, or however it works. So definitely, man, you guys should definitely be listening to this guy all the time and following this guy. I listen to this guy every day, and we watch all of his videos. Another question that I have that I want, this is a question that would be for like more.
Can I say one more thing? I'm going to say one more thing on the tax thing. So let me explain this real quick, right? So, I mean, Baron von Crypto said something really cool, right? IRS website guidelines on crypto now exist. Good, read them. But regardless or not, you're going to have to use some site like Coinly with a K. Coinly with a K. And you're going to have to go through your transactions, and then from there you can kind of put it with your taxes. Most tax preparers, right? Like, let's just be for real. Most people are doing their work and their jobs to get rich, right? Yeah. And if you're a tax preparer and then you join that lane in terms of your work, there's kind of a formula of how to get wealthy in that thing. Basically, you start off, you get enough clients, and then once you have enough clients, then eventually you'll hire some agents, and then those agents will get their clients, and then eventually you have an office, and then you can open another office somewhere else, and then after you own a couple offices, you can sell it. Or you have a book of business, and then you have recurring income, because once you get someone, if someone trusts you enough to do their taxes, they come to you for a long time. That's a lifetime customer. That's a lifetime customer for the most part, right? Now, what's going on is that the crypto side is making them work a little harder on stuff that they don't. I don't know if I should be doing this. Like, I could just be doing everyone's regular ass taxes. And right now, crypto isn't big enough where like they don't know. So there's a huge, large swath of like people not being helped.
But it's coming though.
But it's coming. Yeah, like, winter's coming.
The demand for it is gonna like, boom. Right. Guys are gonna need it, and you know what I'm saying, guys are gonna come to you for that. It's gonna be crazy. So
we're gonna offer people everything from like pre-made products. We're gonna show people how to do their own taxes. We can do taxes for them. Like the whole suite. It's a la carte. It's just you choose what you want to do. Now, if you're the type of person that wants to do it themselves, well, here, take this, learn how to do it yourself, and you go from there, right? Or like you want, especially if you're really playing with some big money, then we'll definitely help you out with some help with that and strategies. And we've got a lot of strategies to help people out with their money and stuff. But doesn't exist yet. We're making it now. But that's the sort, we want to do this for people because we want to give people the most amount of options to kind of handle their taxes, because taxes are difficult. Like crypto, I did my crypto taxes last year. That was unbelievably difficult and stressful as hell. Like that was stressful as hell. And then even my CPA, even like most CPAs don't want, like I was basically doing my own taxes. I really was. Like if I'm being for like, obviously one part of it was like legitimate. They were doing the taxes. The whole crypto side was like, I was doing it by myself basically.
But that's good though, because you're getting that really that firsthand experience, and you're gonna eventually find ways to be like, oh well, I can make this process easier. I can automate this process. I can make this process easier, and that's how it starts. That's how it ignites. You got to be the first person to touch the fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but let's just if we look at this objectively, right? why the fuck are we paying taxes anyway? Like, why are we even dealing with this shit? We should not be. I should not be wasting my time doing my own taxes. Like, no, and not even just for the tax preparer. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, we have to do it. But if I'm being honest, man, like, we already lived that life. We already lost money or made money. Like, why are we paying taxes on money we gained or lost already? Like, it should be like, it's done now. Just continue forward, right? But they're adding this monkey wrench in the middle, so we have to do this. So it's like, and I know, there's two things in life. There's taxes and death, right? Yeah. Death and taxes. So it's, and coffee. And, but, Starbucks. Yeah, McDonald's Black Brew. But that just is what it is with taxes and stuff. So, I mean, so we're going to help provide that service at some point and, do it to the best of our ability and kind of be pioneers in the space.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So here's the question I wanted to ask. This is like going to be for people that absolutely just don't really understand anything about blockchain.
Sure.
And I looked up videos on this, so I kind of understand a little bit, but I wanted to hear it from your perspective. What is the difference between proof of work and proof of stake? And the importance of both, because I know they're both important.
Right.
Like, one's not better than the other, or is it?
Well, all right. So, proof of work usually. So basically, Bitcoin created proof of work originally, right? Yeah. SHA-256, which is basically just an algorithm. It's basically a
hashing algorithm.
It's a hashing algorithm that there's a certain answer to it, and it has to computate it, and then eventually it solves it, right? And then with this algorithm, depending on how many people are trying to solve it, it makes it harder or easier. If there's a lot of competition, they they make it harder. Or if there's no competition, it's super easy. Like when it was super easy, this laptop would have dick slapped everybody back in the day. Really? This laptop's geeked out. This is a geeked out laptop right here. That's why it's got Brawley on it right there, right? but back in the day, right? With Bitcoin. Now this is gonna be a long. I'm gonna say a lot of these stories and analogies and stuff just so it's easy to understand. Back when Bitcoin was first created, if you could mine Bitcoin with a laptop, I would even imagine a cell phone if people were able to jerry rig it back in the day, but probably not because 2009 cell phones were pretty shit anyway. But you were able to mine it with a laptop or a computer, and you were able to earn 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. Now, you wouldn't get all that at the same time, but basically from 2009 to mostly into deep into 2010, reliably you could probably earn a couple hundred Bitcoin a day with a laptop. Now, what proof of work is basically you're using electricity and computing power to fight against other people in order to earn those rewards. And what it's doing is it's making it very expensive for your network to be 51% attacked. Right? So a 51% attack is basically where I have enough control of the Bitcoin mining algorithm. This is for almost all proof of works. I have enough horsepower in the race that I'm able to then do anything I want to the blockchain. So I can set I could print coins. I could do this. I could say this transaction didn't happen. This one did.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of like a proof of horsepower.
Okay.
And basically what's going on, now what's happened with Bitcoin is it's become industrial size, where I wouldn't even I could be full-time Bitcoin mining on this laptop for 4 years, and I don't even think I would earn a 10% of a Bitcoin.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even think I would earn that. It's so massive. To become a Bitcoin miner, right? You would basically need $1 million, $2 million, and then free electricity, and then you would probably make some money. But there's cost and there's competition, and over time, it's every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin you get lessens. It gets divided by half. So the amount of Bitcoin you're earning just collapses every 4 years, right?
So theoretically, there's going to be a time where Bitcoin is just absolutely, or just proof of work is just absolutely, it is just not profitable at all, and people just get rid of it. People just stop. It's
sort of proof of money, but it's proof of horsepower. Damn near.
Yeah, right? It's like whoever has the biggest guns.
The biggest guns, and over time, because what happens over time, it gets concentrated. It concentrates itself. So as it gets more and more bigger and bigger and bigger, only the bigger entities. This is why I've said Now, proof of work stays kind of competitive for, especially if everyone's playing the game. It stays more or less competitive where no one can control it for a very long time. Now, over time, what's going to happen is it's going to be countries and some big corporations are going to control the Bitcoin mining.
Okay, and then nobody's going to be mining in their basement.
Right. So, and this is the problem, is that over time it starts decentralized and it goes into centralization, just because of the law of big numbers and sort of like how it becomes industrial. And then only certain players right now, like you still can have, like, you can still raise money and kind of become a Bitcoin miner right now. I would highly disrecommend whatever money you were thinking about doing. If you're thinking about being a Bitcoin miner today, stop. Slap yourself in the fucking face. Wake the fuck up. Put that, whatever, borrow that money. If you're going to borrow that money to become a Bitcoin miner, I would almost say this is financial advice. This part, like, don't do it, you guys. Don't do it. Take that money and just buy Bitcoin if you're going to do it. Like, because you're going to throw money and life away in hair. You're going to go bald trying to do this, right? But what's happened? It starts very decentralized, where it's low barrier entry of cost, like that happens, and then it centralizes. And now it's taking more and more money. Like we just had the other day, $100 million Bitcoin mining firm just went bust. So they're gonna have to liquidate other Bitcoin. Wow, that's happening really soon. So this happens and because what happens is there's an electricity cost to it, right? So there's proof of work and there's proof of stake, right? Proof of horsepower, and then proof of stake is more or less like a proof of money in a way, right? So what
it's like, the power is into the people with their coins,
right? So you got to think, right? So proof of work versus proof of stake. Okay, so proof of work is a dying game. There's really one last player in the game, which is basically Bitcoin. Now there's still some other small players, but we just lost Ethereum, right? That's the second bigger player. So over time, and anytime someone's launched like a proof of work coin, it's basically failed every time. I think the last big attempt was maybe Raven coin, and there was a hack on it, and then it
gone.
Not gone, but it's like no one's doing it too much. So let me tell you all the main ones that you can do proof of work on right now. You can do Ethereum. Oh, I'm sorry, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. That's the last major ones. That's it.
And everything else is proof of stake.
Proof of stake, or on top of Ethereum, or on top, because most cryptos are on top of Ethereum. Okay. Are running on top of Ethereum anywhere. There's smart contracts on top of Ethereum. So there's that. Now, what changed the game is when Ethereum went to proof of stake. So what proof of stake is that it's kind of a proof of money. So with Ethereum, right, you need 32 Ethereum in order to become a validator. So the Bitcoin miners are basically people who own these larger corporations of Bitcoin mining farms and have electricity costs and are playing this game of proof of horsepower, right? Now, what happens with that is because they have costs. The cost is electricity, right? So if you're somewhere in China, or you're somewhere where you're stealing electricity, it's free. But it still costs you to pay for the ASIC miners, right? So most miners around the world have an electricity cost. So that means every time they're earning Bitcoin at the end of the month, they have to sell a certain amount of that Bitcoin to pay the electricity bills. Yeah. So what happens is the inflation that's coming into the system through Bitcoin is some of it's being sold onto the market in order to stop it from crashing, right? Now, I mean, that's kind of hurting the price. Now with proof of stake, it's going off to more normal users. Now, can you share my screen for 1 minute? All right. So if we were to look right now, right, on Ethereum, right? So if you were to look, right, you probably need a couple $1 million to become a Bitcoin miner. Now for Ethereum, right, you need 32 Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's price is nice today, right? That's to become an Ethereum miner, you need $52,000, right? Still a large amount of money. Here's the thing: is that they don't want everybody to become a miner of Ethereum, basically. I'm just gonna call it that so it's simple to understand. They don't want everyone to become, but at the same time, they don't want to make it like millions of dollars where basically you get the same sort of thing. So they're trying to get like a middle ground. I personally would have said it would have been better if they did 10 Ethereum or something like that, or maybe like just a little bit lower number. But
why don't they want everybody to do it?
Because you can have people doing like fuck shit. They're trying to do like kind of doing dumb things. They want to have less normies.
So it's kind of like how on Robinhood and like on other trading platforms, you have to have like $25,000 to become a day trader or something. So it's like you're not doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like by the time you have this, like if you have this much Ethereum, you probably know what you're doing. And you're probably not doing dumb stuff with your money and doing dumb stuff to the network or something like that.
Right. So it's all the above right there. Yeah. And so it's kind of so that's why I call it like proof of stake, kind of like proof of money, really. So you need a certain amount of money, coins, staked there, and when you have them staked, you got to think your only cost to become a validator or become a node operator in Ethereum is the original cost to get those Ethereum. From there, you basically have no other costs for the most part. There's probably a little bit cost, but you don't have a large electricity cost. You just need some good rigs. And then you're essentially doing transactions and stuff like that.
Oh, so you actually have to have a rig to do the transactions.
Yeah, I don't think it's that complex. You have to run because you are still validating some transactions and stuff like that.
Okay, I thought you literally just click boop stake and then like it does everything for you.
Now here's the most people are doing that one. The boop.
Okay.
Most people are doing the boop, so most people just want to earn the fucking yield.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So with proof of work, right? You have to have a certain amount of the miners in Bitcoin agree to a certain thing, and then it gets passed. So in a way, right? These miners have to vote on, and if it gets over 51%, it's voted in. This will be added to Bitcoin.
Right.
It's still the same thing on Ethereum, except now there's more players, right? Now, what's going on, and this is the big fight. So right now, Bitcoin's still pretty decentralized, but Bitcoin's heading towards centralization
because of mining.
It's a slower game. It's going to be centralized in a couple of years. I would say 10, 15 years. Of course, it's going to be centralized. Right? I've said this forever. Like on record, it's like Bitcoin's heading towards centralization because the cost to be a miner, it keeps going higher and higher. There's less players, so it's going to be centralized. Now, Ethereum, on paper and stuff with this proof of stake shit, is a better system overall for the price. So what's going on is that with proof of stake, you actually have more people, more wallets individually holding Ethereum, not selling. And the yield is going to individuals. So when you have 32 Ethereum, that's pretty good. It's good yield, right? I'm going to jump it to 100. Let's just say 100 Ethereum staked. If I'm earning 5% a year, I'm earning 5 Ethereum in yield. Not bad. That's not enough to live on, unless Ethereum's like tens of thousands of dollars, right? Which, hey, that's probably coming to a store near you.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one. No, yeah, coming for sure. Coming for sure. That $10,000+ Ethereum's coming.
Okay.
Like for sure. But that most people don't have enough Ethereum and stuff like that. So most people are gonna, like, the average user is going to be taking their Ethereum and staking it. Once you can actually unlock and kind of take your coins back and forth, you'll stake your Ethereum and then you'll earn a little yield. They're just going to keep it there to keep repothecating. So what's happening is all that yield that was being paid out to the miners who had to sell it on the market, it's not being sold anymore. So you're taking billions and billions of dollars of Ethereum that would be sold on the market.
Giving it back to
the people who are really holding and truly believe in the network.
Which makes them buy more.
Which makes them buy more because it's a positive feedback loop. And on top of that, you're giving it to people who actually believe in the Ethereum network enough to stake it, right? And then most people are passive investors, so they put their Ethereum there to stake it. The yield just going back into like the holder's hands. So that means you're getting less dumpage on your coin. So the selling pressure on Ethereum has improved because of this. This was actually pretty positive. This is pretty positive for Ethereum. But here's the caveat, and this is major key, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're not even talking about the buy and burn with Ethereum, but here's the other problem. Here's the problem that's happening is that people are lazy.
Okay.
And now this is something Richard and a lot of other hexagons and I say as well is that not your keys, not your crypto, right? Right. And what's going to happen is people don't want to have to create a job out of mining. Like they have to, they don't want to run a node. They want to run a node. They want to just take their 32 Ethereum and just earn money.
Stop being lazy.
But but this is the thing. 80% of people are sheeples.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen, right? Let's just be for real. It's the Pareto principle. It's probably the number, right? Now they're going to take that Ethereum and stake it on Coinbase, stake it on Kraken, stake it on FTX, stake it on Binance.
They're going to allow you to stake it on their exchange.
Because there's money on it, right? So there's big money to be made. So imagine this, right? Let's just say the yield's 5%.
Yeah.
You stake it on my protocol. I'll pay you 4%. I keep 1%, but I'm doing the work for you. Okay, I'm done. Or 0.5%. I'll be like, I'm gonna pay you 4.5% or 4.6%. I'm gonna keep 40% of a percent. Done. And then we get billions of dollars in there, millions of dollars in profit.
Yeah.
Why won't you? I mean, shit. If as a business, I understand that. Like, of course we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But what happens is when you give your coins to a third party entity, you are giving your voting power to that entity. So what just happened? We just started to centralizing
again.
This is what I'm saying. You can't escape it both on Ethereum. It doesn't matter on proof of work or proof of stake. It gets centralized. That's what happens.
That's just the nature. That's just the nature.
The nature thing. People want to make monopolies.
Yeah.
And now, let's just say in the beginning, they're not truly trying to do that. But what happens is they start noticing, we're kind of out here, right? Now, like on Lido, right? There's a protocol called Lido. Lido holds the most amount of staked Ethereum in the system. I think like 30 or 40% of Ethereum. That's staked in Ethereum too. Yeah, that's staked. Now
that's a company.
That's a company. Yeah, it's a company and a coin called Lido.
Okay.
They're basically a product company that basically creates derivative tokens that allows you to have like liquid. It's sort of like Hedron a little bit, but like lets you have. Like Maximus tokens. Sorry, forgive me. It's like a derivative token where you're able to stake your Ethereum and then you get another token that's equivalent to the Ethereum, and you get your yield. So it's liquid, so you can trade it around. That's a derivative token.
I see.
So you basically now the Bitcoiners are kind of shitting on Ethereum people because, now you see Ethereum centralized, more centralized, and it's true. It has been more centralized now because now there's these major holders who are holding a ton of the supply now, and now they have more voting weight.
So the only way crypto in general and all these concepts and all these ideas, these coins stay decentralized is if people take on the responsibility.
Yeah, but
once you give up responsibility to another entity, they're gonna monopolize it. They're gonna centralize it. They're gonna take control over it. That's a crazy how it is. That's just like a natural.
It's like blindly voting. Like I am Republican, I am Democrat, so I vote for every Democrat. No. You should individually be paying attention to what person you're voting. Your vote does matter, but most people are just like the left, the right.
Yeah.
And instead of just thinking for themselves, right?
It's more like a gang now.
Yeah,
it's more like a gang. Like fuck them over there, and like I don't like them, and they don't like me, so I'm gonna vote this guy, and then we need him out of office. We need to get him out of office. But if you're really smart and you actually care about what you're actually putting your money into and where your community's going, you're gonna look into like each person and what the hell's going on. So
yeah,
you can't be sheeple out here, man. I mean, everybody that's watching this is not sheeple. Like everybody that's watching this, man, is getting put on game. I'm getting put on game right now. So it's like, hey, bro, we up.
Now, both Bitcoin and Ethereum systems have flaws. Bitcoin's heading towards centralization. It's not there yet. Ethereum's is more centralized now.
Really?
Because what happened is there was miners now, but the thing is that the miners are dumping the price as well as the miners do a lot of fuck shit as well, right? So I do like proof of stake. Now, the reason I do like proof of stake is because at the end of the day, proof of stake is better for the price.
Yeah, less energy.
Less energy being spent, more of the money going to the correct people. So overall, the system is good. But when it comes to certain things, now these centralized entities inside of Ethereum, especially these Coinbases and all these other centralized entities, the government can actually hit them. So they can actually put weight on them to tell them like, yo, you need to vote, not accept these transactions. So what's going on now is that if the United States government puts pressure on some of these U.S. companies who are holding a vast majority of the Ethereum, as well as in the UK and certain parts of Europe, so anywhere in the Western world, so Europe, UK, America, right, Canada, these governments can put pressure on these crypto companies, and these crypto companies will be forced to vote this way, or you're breaking the law, right? And so certain transactions happening on USDC and on Tether can be stopped now.
Wow.
Or retroactively changed. And this is what people are scared about, right? Now it's not affecting it right now, but we saw them already kind of do this with Ethereum with Trano.cash. So the institutions actually like Ethereum better than Bitcoin, because with Bitcoin, currently Bitcoin can't be controlled. It is decentralized. But I do warn people that eventually Bitcoin will be heading towards decentralization because of the law of big numbers, right? If we have $1 million Bitcoin, right? One day, and I really believe we're going to have $1 million Bitcoin. What's going to happen is it's very big business, and that yield is very profitable, right? And if that happens, who is going to be entities for national security? It would be in the interest of countries to actually have like state-run Bitcoin farms, right? So corporations, and so you could have a corporation that's been around the whole time, but still, like let's just say I started a crypto mining company like in 2011, and that's still around. I'm a giant corporation, so it is a corporation. So these giant corporations and these countries are going to be the only people that can afford to mine BTC. So it'd be the same people that we were trying to run away from control from already control over time.
Damn.
I know it's fucked, right? It's a
cycle, bro. It's a circle, man. I always go back to what it started as, man. But I do want to get through a couple more of these questions. So this one is like a little bit more funnier because I want to know. I remember I forgot who was talking about. I think you were talking about it back at the CME. How a lot of these guys in the crypto space, they come up on their bags, and a lot of these guys, they don't have any game and they don't have any muscles.
Yep.
And they come up on the money and they do all kinds of weird shit, crazy shit. And what happens to crypto guys when they make it, when they launch, when they hit the stream? Like, have you seen people like? I mean, I'm sure you've seen people. A lot of the guys that like stay with you and stay by like with your teaching. They go on and they become very successful. But have you seen guys just like crash, like
badly,
like shot out of the sky, too
like
close to the sun,
lost it all.
Damn,
lost it all, bro. It's sad too because they've hit me up for money.
Shit,
I tell them no.
like
I'm like there's guys I know, bro, that like were in the fucking club every motherfucking day, like nonstop. I see that even right now a little bit with some people, but like that they're just fucking off money like left and right. Now the most of the people that I saw do that were NFT guys. I saw some NFT guys. The NFT guys are probably like the worst. Like, and there's a lot of social media guys like they basically made an NFT and they made like $325 million in that range money from NFTs, not really from investing in crypto.
Okay.
Like even though I know NFTs are still crypto, but they made it like they basically just sold an artwork piece and went.
Yeah, they hyped.
And then like, where's that project now? In the shitter? Where's it isn't like something like Red Pill Lions where like they're actively building in a bear market. They're creating a community. They're launching a really good product. It's not a financial NFT like something like the ETH lizards or like the spooky swap cats and stuff like the magic cats. There's certain NFTs that are really valuable, right? But most of these things are just kind of like, hey, there's some pictures, woo, and they bank on popularity and they make that quick cash. And a lot of these guys are living it up on it. I've always seen this. I really don't see this on Twitter. I see this on Instagram. Like since I've joined the Instagram world, I found a bunch of people just fucking lying on their dicks in terms of like they didn't really make. Now, there's some people that really made money off of crypto. Hey, shout out to them. That's real shit. But I know like most of the guys you see on like that are talking about all this money they made on crypto, they made it from some NFT bullshit scam. Yeah. Like let's just be real. Like everybody or something. They made like fucking 15-20 million off of like doing like a couple pump and dumps and stuff. And most NFTs are pump and dumps.
Right.
They're pumping. We need to reclassify this shit. Like most NFTs are terrible investments. Investments.
Give me an example where an NFT. I mean, obviously we have the Red Pill lines, and if you're not a holder, go get you some of that. You know what I'm saying? It's super dope. Red Pill Lions NFT. If you don't got it, go get it. But give me another example aside from what they're building, where NFTs are a great thing. Just something hypothetical, like in the future that might happen. Like where have you like thought about? Because I'm sure you've seen the idea of the NFT come up,
right?
And you must have like thought about, oh, this would be really cool in this scenario, or this would be really cool if this happened to them. Right.
So it's going to be tokenized equity. Tokenized equity, and more than so. Right now, there's kind of a. I wouldn't call it I don't think some people view it as a war, but right now there's a war between like making it as a token or as NFT pictures holding the like portions of it, right? So let's just say you had a $100,000 property. Every NFT in that thing would own like there's 100 NFTs of that property, and that property is worth $100,000. So each one would have $1,000 of that house, right? Or 1/10% per NFT, or 1%. I'm sorry, 1% per NFT. Now, that's going to be one of the bigger like use cases. Is that there's going to be properties that are listed where you can own fractional shares of a house and then own fractional dividends of the payments of that property.
In the form of an NFT.
NFT, yeah. An airdrop. Now it's the race is it going to be a company that's going to be able to tokenize it and then it's going to be on the token side, or it's going to be on the NFT side? And I think the NFT side is going to win because there's less kind of jurisdictions. There's less like red tape on it. There's a lot of red tape on especially here in the States. Like, man, it's just like, I just wish the United States would get their act together and just let us make crypto tokens and stuff just like we do companies without it being some crazy fuck shit. Because they're really stifling the United States. The United States could be a leader in blockchain, except they're allowing the rest of the world to catch up. And no, we need to cuck them out. But I mean, it's real. It's all the money going to Saudi Arabia. Like that's why that's why most NFT, like a lot of NFT projects and token projects are made in Middle East, is because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's lawless. It's wild
damn near
west.
well, it's not lawless, but they're allowing it to happen because they'd rather have the money there than not, right? And that's kind of like a huge mistake and stuff like that. And then this is the reason why like companies like Uniswap are having a huge amount of trouble right now,
Okay.
But yeah, mortgages, NFTs and stuff. And that's going to be a cool way that's actually the reason that's valuable is because now you can dollar cost average into like getting like recurring income. Property because it's because a lot of times so here's the bonus to it. Okay. Now, there's going to be there always has to, so it has to be, it's a middleman centralized sort of thing. It has to be, right? Because you're attaching something in the digital world that's connected to the real world. So you have to have something in the middle there in order to like steward it. So it's going to be initially like it's going to be some properties that you have to have a company that's going to manage to keep it full and keep it away from vacancies, make sure that it's being upkept, and they're saving a portion of the money in a savings account in order for it to keep the property tip-top shape. Right?
Okay.
So more than likely, like once the mortgage is paid, once the utilities and everything are paid, half the money that's generated from it will be probably put into savings. The other half will be paid out to all the holders of it. That's how it's going to work. And then of course there's going to be a fee for that holding that company that's taking care of that property. So already all because of all those things, because you're putting you and the middleman and all this other stuff, and also because it has to be something self-sustaining, you already kind of lessen the amount of money you can make on these things because the profitability goes down a good chunk because of these safeguards that have to be put in place. That I would put them in place if I was making a law about it in order to keep those things so they always are consistently payers and paying and stuff. And they're really valuable and stuff too. Well, and then what's going to happen is some of these properties, because it's crypto, like I bet you they're going to like $100,000 property in this example. During a bull market, those little pieces are probably going to be worth 3 or 4 times the actual cost of the property. So the property will be like worth like $400,000.
Damn.
And I just go
get that money.
I sell it and leave, right?
Go get that bag.
Go get that bag.
Go get that bag.
Get that bag, right? Now here's the cool part is now you don't have to deal with fucking doing toilets, the legal works. You just basically you own it. You own that piece equal to what the property is valued at that time, and then you get paid that dividend in USDC, more than likely USDC or Tether, and then you can sell it at any time. Very liquid, pays you cash flowing. The cash flow is not going to be crazy, but it's a way for you to make money, and then it's no headache. For that no headache, you're not that convenience fee. There's a convenience fee on it, but it's very powerful because now a person can just with a couple $100 get little pieces of it and get in the game a little bit. And that's what it is. Now, there will have to be some Ethereum gas fee crap that's going to end up happening later or something like that, especially if you don't have a certain amount. Like, that's like the technicals of it, but that's what's really cool because it lowers the barrier of entry. Now, some people say, wouldn't it be better to just get your own house in this? Yes, but then you have a job. Like, the reason, like, you have a dividend stock, you buy dividend stock, cool. The price can go up and down, but you get that consistent 3 point.
Get that paid that dividend.
That dividend, and you're not worrying about, like, oh, shit, fuck. I just bought Procter & Gamble. God damn it! What happened to my ketchup? The ketchup didn't go on. Like you're not worrying about logistics of the company because you're not running it. You just got your money parked there and it's paying you money. That's what it is.
Park that money, man. Park that money. Those are really good. I feel like every time you say something, it's like my brain just absorbs it, and my brain gets bigger.
Hey man, that's why I'm here, man.
Brain gets bigger. So the next question I got. This one's a big one, so I want you to like give me everything that you got on this one. What are the repercussions of being responsible for your own money? Like you know what I'm saying? Because I see obviously the way the markets work and the way crypto's working. you know, being responsible for your own money comes with a lot of rewards, and I see it also comes with a lot of, you know, repercussions. There's just things that are going to happen, or you're kind of susceptible to, because, you know, this is there's no longer the middleman.
So yeah, I can take this in a lot of ways. So wow, this is all right. So usually red pill men do very well with crypto because we accept what the red pill is, what ultimate responsibility is. There's like hope, you know, that whole thing where we're talking about the black pill and the red pill and stuff like that. So the difference between those two is hope, right? And like taking responsibility, like, well, this is my hand, let me try to like better myself and try to improve it, right? Now, a lot of people are very terrible with their money, and they run away from responsibility. Yeah, that's a majority of people. They run away from responsibility. Now, when you're responsible here's the dark truth about responsibility. If you take responsibility for your life and you fail, you've got no one else to blame but yourself. Yeah, it was like, I fucking failed. I tried so hard and like I failed. I wasn't good enough. That's a dark pill to swallow. That's a deep one that people don't run away with it, because like no, it was the market. No, it was this. No, it was that. No, it was you. And people truly run away with that. People don't want responsibility, right? I could see what you mean now. Like the guys that truly accept their reality, and it's like, look, man, if I fuck up, then shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the cards that I was dealt. This is what I got to do, and I'm gonna move forward. But the people that can't take and can't swallow that pill and just be like, yo, like this is too much. You know, there's gonna be a difference. They want someone to someone to blame, right? Yeah. So like, it's not my fault that I lost some money. It was this fault. Like what outside of actually like a fraud, like you were like someone like you literally like put money into an account or something and someone stole the money from you. There's actual fraud, of course, that's suable. But there's certain things where like I chose to buy that coin at that time, and I'm in losses. Fuck. Well, that was my own fault. Yeah. You, at the end of the day, you choose to push the green button or the red button. Now, the other power of having ultimate responsibility over your money, which crypto gives you, is that if you lose your keys, you lose your money. And there's no one you can go to and cry about to. Now, if you're hacked, that's something different. But if you forgot your shit, that's your own fault. There's no one you can cry to. There's no insurance. There's no nothing. You're just mad at life. Damn. Yeah, it sucks. Hey man, with great power comes great responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. With great power comes great responsibility. So hold on to those your passphrase, man. Right. Write them down, put them somewhere, and you know what I'm saying. Dig a hole or somewhere. Now, okay. So let me answer. There's actually a question that this guy's trying to troll in the chat a little bit, right? Polyfez, like Celsius, like you promoted back in the day. No, I was promoting it when the price when let me see. I was buying Celsius at 9 cents. Okay. 9 cents. And a lot of my students have got into Celsius below 30 cents. Mm-hmm. It ran up to $8. And it stayed at $8 to $5 for damn near almost a year. And we told everybody to sell it. Like I sold the majority of my coins at like $4.50. A lot of my students sold it at $5 plus. And I told everyone to start exiting out 6 months before anything happened with Celsius. Because we started seeing something's up with Celsius. What's going on? Yo, let's lay you guys. I mean, it was a tough one because I really did like the company. And I did like Alex's message and stuff because it was a good message. It was like, fucking rug these banks, do all this and stuff. But then we just started noticing like, we started seeing smoke. And we had talked about this company a lot because as a coin, right? At the end of the day, we're here to buy coins, sell them for profit, and keep it fucking moving. Hell yeah. Right? Spin plates. The red pill of finance. And at the end of the day, I chose to buy and I chose to sell. Exactly. You can't be, you know, feeling some type of way because honestly, that's your money and you bought it. And now if somebody sounds the horn and you don't look into whatever's happening and you miss the boat, and you get drowned out, you get flooded out. I mean, that's on you, big guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the people that can take that and keep it pushing, are the people that are gonna truly survive, and the people that are gonna go like, oh no, he used to do this and he used to do that, and like,
those are the people that ultimately they're always gonna be able to point the finger at somebody else and never take ultimate responsibility of their own life.
Right. Now, everyone listens to somebody.
Yeah.
You do. You like.
You got to.
You got to, right? But at the end of the day, you've got to also think, okay, how do I feel? If you like, I told some guys like, Miguel, you really like this coin? I like it. But do you feel weird about it? Yeah, I don't know. Then don't get into it.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, dude. You don't have to do anything. Like, bro, it's your money, bro. What are you doing? Well, like, you're not just. How do you feel about it? Well, I'd rather do that. That's perfectly okay. Just listen to some different people, and then from there take all that information, and then also trying to like, how do you feel about it? At the end of the day, go with your gut feeling.
Gut feeling.
Go with your gut feeling. Now it takes a while. It takes a while to learn that gut, because like I've been in crypto since 2016, right? It takes a while to get that gut feeling, but once you get it and stuff, just trust your instincts, right? But at the same time, dude, don't be in chats fucking crying and bitching and moaning. Then you call every other crypto a fucking scam, because guess what? Everything's down 80, 90% right now. Is it all a scam? Or you just suck?
Hey, bro.
I'm being for real. This shit pisses me the fuck off. You want big up, you get big down.
Yeah.
But without big down, you don't get big up. That's fucking facts, bros.
That's facts, man. Facts.
Wow.
There is something wrong with our system here.
Yep.
It's all good.
It's all good. Am I back?
You're back now.
Yeah.
Speaking facts.
Just imagine a Pepe drop there. Wait.
That's big facts right there.
Sheesh. Don DeMarco right there, man.
Don DeMarco. Marco.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I do appreciate that though. Like you gotta appreciate stuff like that, man, because you don't have people like that. Not everybody has people like that in their lives that are telling them that shit. It's like, bro, go out there and go listen to the people that you trust. Yeah. Like honestly, before I met Miguel, before I understood what the crypto mindset was, and DCing and things like that, I was a skeptic about all of this stuff, everything. And it was like, dude, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and I didn't do it because personally I didn't trust it. I truthfully didn't trust it, and I didn't do it. And yeah, I missed out on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I could have had way more money than I had now. Yeah, but I'm not gonna hop into somebody. I'm not gonna be in somebody's face and tell them, well. I missed this, or like, you know what I'm saying, this and that. That's just what it is. You got to go out there and go and do the information, go do the work, find the people who you trust. And once you gain, I'm talking, because it happens over time. Yeah. I didn't think I would get to the point where I'm at today and actually see the horizon, or like go further than the horizon. And now I'm starting to actually see it. And it's like, wow, this is going to be a pretty cool trip. Let me just keep on going down and seeing what's gonna happen. Right. You got to get to that point, and the only way you get to it is actually playing. You gotta just play. Right. You gotta figure it out. You gotta play, and having people like DCC, Charlie, and I mean, those are the only guys I listen to about crypto, honestly. And I'm feeling pretty good about being in crypto right now. So
we're the only dudes that have legitimately said, I'm gonna be here for a fucking decade plus. Most look, right now, graveyard. Where's everybody at? Besides like BitBoy and a couple other guys and shit. No, shout out to BitBoy. But like, there's other than a couple other guys, Bob Lucas and a couple of these other guys, like most other crypto influencers have completely fucked off.
Crickets.
And they come back when it gets hot. They abandon you in your time of need. I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't fucking leaving.
I ain't leaving. Shout out Leo, baby.
Hey, man, shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Charlie, man. Like they're really seriously committed to their students, man, and the people that are learning from them. You got to really understand it. And the more and more you listen to these guys, the more you'll realize, who to actually listen to. You know, you start to decipher what is bullshit and what is actual factual information that you can actually use to better your life. This is your life you're talking about, man. At the end of the day, when the bull run happens and the ship has sailed and you don't have your money put aside and where it needs to be, you can't blame it on anybody but yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and do it, man.
Now, let me. There's a couple more things I gotta say. Just because I'm shitting on Celsius while drinking
He's
a
on
Celsius.
fire.
I'm drinking a Celsius while shitting on Celsius.
We all got Celsius back here.
I know, right?
To the moon.
To the moon, baby. But now, there ain't. Look, let me tell you this. This space, as like a crypto. I hate saying that, crypto influencer or like a crypto YouTuber or whatever. It does weigh. It does weigh on your not conscious, but it weighs on your soul a little bit, because when the crypto market's down, it's like you want action, you want stuff to happen, right? But look, do you guys understand this? Me and Charlie told you guys to sell Luna, and let me just. Every time we've said something and shit, like people are like, "No, Miguel, don't, please, no," or they're like, I got so much shit for telling people to sell Luna. I was being called a fucking idiot. I sold my Luna. I was in Luna. I think, what was it? What did I get? $11, $14. Sold it at 84. And I was like, I was out because I was seeing the smokes. I was seeing the smoke signals. Sometimes we have to jump into dumb shit to make some X's and get the fuck out. I thought it was a cool project, but then as like time went on, I was like, oh shit. Uh-oh. Yeah. And it was starting to get too hot. Every dumb motherfucker was talking about Luna this, Luna that. Remember all the fuckers who shilled you Luna at the top there? And I said, me and Charlie said, yo, we've sold all our Luna. We're out. We sold it every dime. This thing's not sustainable. Miguel, you're crazy. You're an idiot, bro. There's all these like dumb fucks from there are a couple of chats that I know of and stuff that were shitting on me and Charlie for basically going anti-Luna, and these fuckers got graveyarded. It was so bad, bro. Like it was like I should have shit on these people, and I didn't, because they were fucking brokies now. I mean, complete, total carnage of portfolios, destruction at the highest level. I even said, fuck, I feel really dumb for selling Luna right now because I know it's going to 120, 140, which it did. But I want to get out in time and be able to get my guys out, and told everybody, let's get out, you guys get out and stuff. Almost none of my dudes, obviously some people were like played the drop a little bit because they're trying to catch a bottom or something, but that's what they were doing. But like 95% of my people fucking didn't lose a dime on that drop. I know chats that lost something like 78% of their wealth.
Damn, bro.
And I'm the idiot?
That's a hurt right there, man. But you got to suck it up, man. And that's the game. That's the responsibility of it, man. You got to learn to take the hits, man.
Right. Now,
it's not about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep going.
Yeah. No, but it's but it is true that like we say this all the time. Crypto's a game of attrition. Even the guy who got knocked in his face lost all his money into crypto. What is he gonna do? Leave? Go back and get it. Go get that bag.
Go get that bag.
Restart. And those guys who survived that whole Luna thing are much better for it. Now in the long term. Now, of course, you can lose all your fucking goddamn. That sucks, right? But yeah, Luna wasn't much of the problem. It was UST, but it was connected to it, so it was the fundamentals of it and stuff, right? Now, how do I? So look, this is the shit that like bothered. Now, I got a lot of hexagons in my chat, right? And these are my families and my brothers. I helped start a lot of that community, man. I care for my hexagons a lot, but this is something now, because Richard says this stuff about coins and everything, but you guys are entering an age of shitcoinery. You see it now. I'm seeing a lot of hexagons that wouldn't talk shit, that would talk shit about altcoins and all this crap, that are now shilling like Pulse Doge and Pulse Doge Bitcoin and all these other coins and stuff, which is perfectly fine. That's okay. But, it's like, the ones that were casting the stones are now living in the glass house now. And this is at the end. Look, when you're in a bull market, you're going to dabble in coins to make the money, to make the fast money. We're not in that right now. Right now, we're in the part of the market where we're value investors. We're investing in the good shit that's going to survive at these great prices, and we're going to make good money on that. But there's a certain part of the market where you start getting a little looser and faster. Like you're in a coin for 8 months, 6 months, and then at the end of the market,
I'm out.
You're playing fast games, right? So right now, I can make these like super slow investments, wait 2 years and make unbelievable gains, buying Cardano at a penny and selling for 64 cents, right? It went to $3, so a little early, but still, you can make these crazy, you can make these dummy thick returns on good, stable coins that are going to make it, right? You can buy Hex at 3 cents, right? You could buy these coins. You could buy these coins at these lows and stuff like that. DCA at these times. Now, there's all these stuff about like dollar cost averaging, right? That people are like dollar cost averaging doesn't work. Yeah, you don't blindly just do something. There is waves in markets. So if you're paying attention on your money, right? There's better times to DCA. Now I'm telling you right now, from now for the next year, you could just blindly DCA. You can. Then just like the seasons change when you're a value investor, and it changes to like now you're making plays 6 to 8 month plays. You're making like a 2 to 3 quarter play instead of like it being a 2 year play. Then you have to be more concentrated with the DCAs. And at the tip of the market, you're not DCing at all. You're just maybe throwing some shekels from this coin over here to make some quick flips and stuff. There's different stages of the market, and you have to act differently. Just don't blindly DCA, right? And this is coming from dollar cost crypto. It fucking says it in my name.
Right.
But I'm dollar cost averaging with the fucking strategy and a purpose.
Purpose, man. Move with a purpose. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go, man. Sorry, I know that I ranted a little bit there.
No, man, that was good. That was good. The rants are necessary. It's very necessary.
Hit the like button, you guys.
Hit the like button, man. So I got another question, the last question that I have. So when I was out in Miami at the CME, that was like the first time I actually seen places that accepted crypto. Like,
yeah.
Like, and I remember you told me that I think you had bought like a watch, all crypto, or what was it? What was it? A watch or something? You bought something, and it was like you just like the guy was like, can you take crypto?
Oh, right. Yeah. I bought a Rolex with crypto.
Yeah. So where is there a place on earth where you can live and strictly do transactions in crypto?
Yeah, you can. It's just you have to have these certain services and stuff where you can.
Yeah.
There's cards where you preload it with crypto. It sells into USDC, and then you can spend it. And stuff.
Really? Just swipe. You could swipe it like money.
Yeah. There's certain things like that. Now, you can live on crypto, but like there's this whole thing where you don't really want to spend your crypto, right? Because like you can't. If you had to live on it, you could. Mm-hmm. But if we're being for real, I mean, Richard says this shit. Like you spend $100 on this thing right now. Like right now, it's probably the retarded time to live on crypto. You don't want to live. Why would you want to? You're imagine you're paying all your bills with your crypto right now. Why would you do that? Because like that, the Ethereum you're using, that Hex you're selling right now, that a Bitcoin you're spending, is going to be worth 10, 20 times later, bigger. So what's called like, I just paid my $3,000 in house bills. You probably spent that $3,000 doesn't cost you $30,000.
Right.
Future you just gave away $30,000 to pay those bills in crypto.
Okay. So it's just not even a good idea.
No, like at the top, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when things are really frothing, you're up stupid. That's when you do it. There's seasons to it. It's a year and a half. It's a year and a half of fucking like dying of thirst in the desert, and then you're in the oasis for the rest of it. That's how it is.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I. Do you think that there will be a time where like everything is just going to be like, hey, like, you know, if buy this using Ethereum or buy this using here, and you can just go to the store and actually just transact your actual crypto
at some point? Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's still a ways away. I mean, that would probably where it's like really easy. Like you're not driving to a specific place or something like that. Mm-hmm. 10 years, you'd probably be able to do it with some of the major retailers because they'd have a payment option thing that's like crypto acceptance or something like that. But like where it's like crazy easy, 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, it just takes a while to get everything adopted. I mean, like right now, they're like all the reports are saying like 20% of the population is in crypto. Get the fuck out of here. Like 2.5% of the population's in crypto, and like actively buying all around the dip right now, you've got 0.25% of the population of the planet is actually actively buying crypto right now. You guys right now, all 120 of you guys in the chat right now, during a bull market, this will have thousands of people watching. Thousands. I'll have thousands of live viewers. And what's it at right now? 120.
That's the 120 that's
The
gonna
100
make it.
that's going to make it. Make the big money. But that's facts.
The way I see it now is crypto is a vehicle. It's a vehicle that's going to enable a lot of people to come up out of, whatever situation that they're in, out of the rat race. Like my parents, for example, they work and they put their money into like their 401ks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was at a point in time, that was a very sound decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was for another generation. Like that wasn't for our generation. The way I see crypto is like, crypto, this is for our generation. Like, and the people that actually take the time to put their money aside and invest are going to reap the benefits of it. Like I completely see it as a vehicle, and it's like, bro, I'm gonna drive the shit out of this car. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drive it till the wheels fall off and go get that bag.
Let me tell you guys something. This is what I use to motivate myself. Every dollar that I put into crypto, I'm pulling out at least 10 times more out of it. Like right now, this next year is the value investor time, where you're investing into good projects that have existed, got track records at good prices, they're in the shitter. Every dollar that you put in, it could be more on some projects, less on other ones, but roughly every $100 you put in, you're going to pull 1,000 out. Minimum.
That's big, man.
I'm telling you, that's how you motivate yourself. Like shout out to my dude. Where is he at? Lem right here. Future value of crypto is the reason I got a second job, because I can make 10 to 30 years worth of side hustle income in just one cycle. He's right. You hustle, you bust your ass for the next year. That 1 year of you busting your ass could give you back 5 to 10 years of your life back.
It's time.
Minimum.
And that's when you go into like once you get your time back, it's like you're living in a whole different world. You're not living the regular life that people are living, man. Like I can only imagine.
Now I don't. I've escaped the matrix in a way, and I have.
I mean, quite literally, like you've escaped the matrix, and you're like telling people, it's like, bro, like once you're out of the matrix, you know what I'm saying? You could choose to go back in it. You could choose to go play in the matrix, but it's like, look, man, once you're out of it, you chilling. So that's where I want to be one day. Soon. The next bull run, for sure.
Right. I mean, I'm Morpheus out here giving red pills. I'm giving people the option, but I'm showing, like, this is why we call it the red pill of finance, is because, and this is why it gels so well with the red pill anyway and stuff, it's just, you learn what money really is, and you understand like what the game, like I'm converting regular like guys who are like W-9s and 1099s and like, entrepreneurs and stuff like that into the capital class. And normally, like, it takes a long time to get into the capital class. And what the capital class is your money that's stored up in there, the 401k, or like you're actually like picking stocks and stuff. It finally becomes something where like you're really making money from it. And you could just live off of that. Let me tell you this right now. It's way better being in the capital class than it is being in any other classes. I'll tell you that much.
Say it like it is, dude.
I'll tell you that much, man.
And you gotta truly visualize it and see it. In your mind, Can't whine, can't complain. You put your money aside. You might not be able to afford your guac on your Chipotle.
Right.
You might not be able to afford your guac, but you know what I'm saying? You might be able to buy, as much guac as you want a couple years down the line. That's the plan. You want to be able to buy endless amounts of guac.
All the guac, all the, and then on top of that too, you can help family members. You can just do cool things for get your time back and stuff. But let me tell you this, I will warn you guys, right? Because once you've taken the red pill, you can't see I mean, you're gonna be there's I try to talk, like, I did this whole show with Rolla about red pill anger, right? Mm. But there's like a red pill of finance anger that happens because you're just mad about all the time you wasted. Like I was telling, what's it called? Who was I telling this to? I think I was telling to you guys, but I was telling somebody else earlier and stuff, basically about I was mad for a really long time. Yeah, it was you, Travis. Yeah, we were telling you, but I was telling somebody else too.
It was probably on the Sticky podcast.
Yeah, it probably was on the Sticky podcast. What I'm thinking about, where I for a long time, I told this to Travis, right? I threw my 20s away working. I did, to get that bag, right? To get the bag, but I wasn't partying. I wasn't doing anything. I was just like going to work, working as much as I can, going to the gym, sleep and repeat.
But it paid
Damn
off.
near, it paid off, but man, there's better ways to do it. Now, it taught me to go back to like the whole like getting money fast in crypto. There's a lot of people that get the money fast and they really hadn't put that work in that time or never built anything, and then that's why they're like fuckboy assholes. Let's be for real, international faggots. But I probably shouldn't have dropped that. Oh well, whatever. But and they lose their money real quick, or they're like they got no other skills and stuff, right? It isn't like you guys, like some of you guys who worked really hard and you guys built a business, or you guys have worked this skill and stuff like that. You guys can like respect the money, right? Now everybody, when they get that big bag, you're gonna do some dumb shit with the money, of course, but you'll stop yourself from wrecking yourself.
Or is it check yourself before you wreck yourself, man?
Right. And you know, there is that sort of anger where, like, you know, you do have to make these sacrifices. You can't go out with the friends, you can't go with the girl, you can't do this or that. You want to go to a club, you can't.
Listen, man, listen. Honestly, I'm talking to the guys that feel like they need to go out there and do that shit, man. Like, the faster you get to the point in your life where you realize that none of that shit brings value to you, none of it. And I did it. I was in the Navy at a point in time, and everybody has the stigma of drunken sailor or whatnot, and I did that shit. But where I'm at right now in my life, I'm 27 years old now, and the kind of trajectory that I'm on, I would not be here if I didn't cut out all of that bullshit, man. I'm telling you, like, a lot of guys, they want to get validated by women. They want to go out and they want to flex their money. They want to drive nice cars. They want to do all these things before they actually built themselves up properly. And they find themselves later on in life or at some point in time lacking in a lot of different areas. And it's like, bro, the quicker you understand that none of that shit brings you value, bro, the better off you're gonna be. Like, I would have never gone into fitness and done bodybuilding if I was like fucking around with girls, or if I was like worried about being in the club and shit. Like you have to come to that realization one day where you're just at a party or something like that, and you just stop. You're just like that one dude in the party, you're just like, bro, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
What am I doing? What's happening right now? Nobody around me is even cool. Number one. Nobody around me is even adding to my life. Everybody's being degenerates and completely like, this guy's not going in. If you look at your circle and you see like, this guy's not going to go anywhere. I love you, but you're not going to do anything. I love you too, man, but you're lazy. And you actually see that, you need a new circle. You need to go find new people to hang out with. You need to really, or just hang out by yourself, man. A lot of people, it's all right to be by yourself for a while, man. You don't need to be out clubbing and partying and drinking or just bullshitting, man. Stay in your crib. Go read some books. You know what I'm saying? Go work out. I feel like every man needs to have that point in time in his life where he just shuts out the world and literally goes within himself. Yeah. And you emerge a completely different person. You hit the gym. You're working on your finance, you're working on your money, you stop fucking around with bitches, and you actually gain, like, I feel like that's where the man is like really gained. You know what I'm saying? You said that you felt like you threw away your 20s, but honestly, bro, like, you did things that most people would never do. They would never sacrifice that, and now look at where you're at. You know what I'm saying? You were an inspiration just for being that, and now you're in the position where you are literally like a beacon of light, and you just literally like you show people the way, and it's like, bro, I mean, was it a good sacrifice? Did you feel like it was a good sacrifice? We could all be like, yeah, I wish I would have fucked more bitches, but look at what you're doing, man. You're literally like giving sauce to like hundreds of thousands of guys, and you're being. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't shut out the world and grinded and worked on yourself and became the person that you are now. Every man needs to do that.
I mean, I definitely think it's worth it. Now, the reason I was saying that to Travis here was that at the time it feels like that. Now but you guys are both young, right? Like I'm not. I'm like, well, I'm not that much older than you. Like, but it's a sort of thing where like
We still grew up watching Blue's Clues.
Hey, yeah.
We all the same.
Oh, yeah. SpongeBob,
Hell yeah.
we're there.
Yeah, but like you're in here in a bear market. You're growing your business. You're on your purpose, and it's the whole thing where you have to be competent in some sort of place, right? And it's that sacrifice. Most people won't do that sacrifice. You went to the 1%er of like fitness. I try to do it with money. You're gonna do it with your thing as well and stuff like that. And it's all about figuring that sort of style out and then adding a different thing to it, right? So like once you're making a lot of money from business, then you can get into investing, or there's a lot of ways to get to the top of the pyramid, basically the top of the citadel. But at the time it did feel bad because basically like I was grinding for a long time and nothing was happening, or like it was happening super slow. And I think the other part too, I was a little pissed off too, is because I was really hurting from some like body injuries, and I was like starting to see like, oh crap, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this for another decade. And if I do this for another decade, I'm going to I could possibly like when I'm in my 40s be in a wheelchair. So I'm like, I need to figure something out here. And
stay healthy, man.
Yeah, stay healthy.
Like your health is the ultimate wealth, man. That's the ultimate wealth right there. Because at a point in time, we all gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? We all not gonna have the same strength that we used to have when we were younger. But you want to be able to enjoy your money, and you want to be able to enjoy your life, and you're gonna be able to enjoy it by staying healthy and exercising.
So the sacrifice. So I made that sacrifice there with my not nightlife, but like basically my life, basically, and not being able to do as much as I wanted to. Right. I did exactly what you said. Like I focused on my work, and then from there, I started kind of like separating myself from like the fuck shit in my life in terms of like people who like I still friends with people. I still love them very much. If they called me right now, I would help them and stuff. But I'm not wasting my time pulling them to the river to drink water and shit. Like they gotta want to come to me to get information. I will never turn them away, but they gotta want to help themselves, right? And from there, I ended up I couldn't find anybody that helped me with that mentality. So I went to the internet and like look at this. I'm years out the game working and stuff. How pissed was I today because I didn't have headphones? Like I found them in my car. There wasn't a day you couldn't find me without headphones. And the reason they're corded is because you don't need a lot of times when you're out in the field and stuff like that, your stuff, the batteries can run out and then you can't listen to something. So like I escaped the matrix by entering into a deeper matrix, by creating my own matrix. And then just like Neil was learning Kung Fu and stuff in the simulation, that's what I was doing with these mentally.
That's what's up, man.
And I attribute a lot of like how I escaped because of this. I was like, okay, I need positive, good people in my life. Let me listen to only positive people that are talking about money and this. People shit on all these people and stuff like that. Like I was listening to Grant Cardone early. I was listening to the Hodge twins early on, like Physiques of Greatness. I listened to all the starting people in fitness and stuff that blew up later on and stuff. Even Bradley Martin when he first came out and stuff. Everywhere you could go and stuff, I went with positive people that were super successful in their field. Listened to them, got information. Of course, some of the information they gave was pretty bad, but I learned from enough of them that I was able to then like escape it and then use that and funneled it into investment and stuff, and then got myself out. And then even in crypto and stuff, I had to like search out to like go find people, and I found Charlie and MLD, and I found all the guys from the Red Pill and stuff. But I made the action to go find them. They didn't find me. I found them.
Exactly.
And I made stuff happen, and then together we built this entire thing, and then now we've created a place, a citadel, and the crypto mindset courses in order to like help people get the fuck out of their own heads and ascend. Because like I get it, like I was stuck for a long time. I was really stuck for a long time, and like I had a bunch of like high school hangups too. Like, everyone does. Like you do high school, of course. Like it's so stupid, basically it's just a bunch of like status games in high school and stuff like that, and it isn't really like remember all the people you were cool with in elementary school and middle school and stuff. Like you're not cool in high school because like certain like dominances and stuff like that. When you're not looking at people as people and stuff, you're looking at them as like the cool guys, and then this is the reason I ran away from social media, because it just became another status game, and now I have to play the status game now. But yeah.
One thing that I do want to comment on is what you did with putting on your headphones and just listening to everybody giving positive feedback My bad. Everybody giving, positive messages through YouTube and other places.
Yeah.
I did something similar, and like I want a lot of the guys watching this too, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to what is in your algorithm. If you scrolling on Instagram, if you scrolling on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, we're programmed to do it now. We're programmed to scroll on social media and whatnot. If you're gonna do it, at least be mindful on what you're scrolling and what you're seeing, right? I remember there was a point in time where I realized what was on my feed, and I was like, bro, like, why am I watching these girls, these half-naked girls, and like just bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
E-girls and stuff like that. It's like, bro, why is all this stuff on my feed? It's like, you know what? I'm gonna, not interested. And I literally went into the search bar and I just typed in motivation, and I followed every single motivational page. And so now my feed is constantly giving me people that would just say some shit. They'd be like, yo, bro, like, get back on your fucking grind. So I'd be like scrolling, and a dude would just pop in my face. He's like, bro, you fucking up, get back on your grind. And I'd be like, oh shit, you right. And I tell you know what I'm saying, I'll turn my phone off and I'll figure out what I gotta go do. So that's just one way to reprogram yourself. If you're gonna be programmed to scroll on social media or scroll on Twitter or whatever you do, at least try to program yourself to make it more positive, because this is what's educating us now.
Yeah.
This is what's educating children. And so it's going to educate you based on what you want out of it. You know what I'm saying? Follow the finest guys. Follow the guys that are in the gym, that are motivational. Follow me on Instagram. Yasuke
Follow
Fitness.
him. I'm gonna throw your Instagram right now in the chat too, man. Go follow Yasuke Fitness. He's always doing motivational shit.
Follow me on Instagram, man. Like I surrounded myself with all those motivational people, and what eventually happened? I went off to go do my first bodybuilding competition, and I crushed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I was doing something great until like 3 days out from my competition, where everybody's telling me like, bro, you're holy shit, like that's fucking amazing. I was like, to me it was like, oh shit, like I didn't realize I was being inspirational. So it's like, bro, go out there, fix your algorithm, fix the people that you're hanging out with, fix all that shit. And I'm telling you, it's gonna lead you to places that you never thought you would be. Like I promise you, I never thought I would be sitting here with Miguel right now. The first time I seen you was through a Fresh and Fit episode.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, yo, what is this? I was listening to them talk about crypto. I was a little watching Charlie, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Listen to them. Never thought that I would ever meet this person in my entire life. And now I'm sitting here talking to this guy, and I'm telling you, you got to really work on yourself, man. You got to really work on yourself, and it will take you places that you never thought you could be. That's real rap.
That's facts. Bars.
Bars.
That's the other thing too, is like, so sometimes you got to take, because we're so inward now because of social media, like we're mostly contacting through text messages, through FaceTimes and all this stuff. We are losing the connection through person. That now it's sort of like how everyone's doing like I don't know, what do we say, like everyone's doing that Twitter game, but everyone's doing I don't know, what do you call it, everyone's doing dating app game, basically. Dating app game.
That shit sucks. God damn it sucks, man.
Everyone's doing dating app game. That now like day game is powerful now.
Yeah,
it's the same thing in real life. You're more likely, look, if you can actually meet the person, don't be creep. I gotta specify, don't be creep and don't be like weird about it or like fucking like, overstepping boundaries.
Yeah.
But like, you're more likely to make something happen in your life by actually meeting someone in person. Far more than like hitting up someone on a DM. Now, I was able to get a lot of stuff done with DMs. You got to do what you got to do. But sometimes you got to break out your shell. Like O'Neal here, right? He was him and his brother were the last 2 tickets for the last CME.
Dude, that was crazy.
The last 2, verifiably.
Yeah.
The last 2 tickets for the CME.
The last 2, bro. It came down to the wire on that. And I promise you, man, the fact that I went out there and bought that, I would not, that money at the time, I mean, at the time, I ain't gonna cap. I didn't have that money.
Yeah.
I had to scrounge around and scrape that shit up, and like, you know what I'm saying, a few nights it was like, bro, like I can't eat this, or like I gotta eat ramen noodles or whatever. It's like, fuck it. this is what I got to do. And the purpose was so deep in me, bro. I was like, bro, I got to just be there. I gotta go. Yeah. Whatever happens in that room, wherever the people talking and like men actually getting together and actually talking.
Yeah.
We never like that. What happened at the CME? Most men never get that in their entire life. Where you just have men that each and every person that was on the panel had been through something similar to you or something else, and they have overcome it in their own unique way, and they're sharing their story with you, they're sharing their sauce with you, and you're absorbing that information. Bro, I took notes on the whole thing. Everybody that spoke, I took notes from. And I'm telling you, once you I said everything that I could say, man.
Yeah.
You listening to this right now, man, just focus on you, man. Focus on you. You know, you're going to have your urges and stuff to go fuck around with bitches and fuck around with girls and stuff like that. Do your thing, bro. But don't let it distract you, bro. Don't let it distract you. Don't let the whatever drugs or wherever you're going out and doing, don't let that shit distract you and run your life, bro. You got to focus. You got to grind. Go get stronger.
Yeah.
Work on that money. And go meet people too. Go in person and go meet people. Like what he said, that's the best way to actually gain a leg up is actually going out and seeing somebody, shaking their hand. Learn how to give good handshakes. That's another thing too. That's something simple, but like
the worst thing is one of these like a wet
ass handshake.
Hey, what's it? Oh,
I'm like,
horrible.
yo, I'm gonna redo that. But
yeah,
you know, simple things like that, man. You know, we're living in this internet age where, like for example, right now, tomorrow, Charlie's gonna come into Las Vegas and meet you for the first time in person. You know, that is an anomaly right there.
Yeah,
like that. I don't know if that's ever happened. It probably has, but I don't know if this ever happened.
It hasn't happened a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, like that's insane. But we're living in a day and age where that's how a lot of people are creating their bonds and relationships is over the internet and over, Zoom calls and things like that. Go and you could still build things with people. Miguel is a living proof, that you can actually go out and build things with people over the internet, but you got to go out and you got to go meet people. And that's that's what they're doing right now. So that's the best way, bro. That's the best way to do it.
Definitely, man. And then so if let's just say you really want to do something, go meet the people in that field, right? And you'll see if you like it or not, right? But if you really wanted to code and stuff, go to like a code thing or something, or go to like a developer con in crypto. They exist. You have to search them out, and then go to it, and then you'll start. If you just give up the ego and just say, I'm a beginner, I'm just really trying to learn and stuff. And obviously don't make it too cringy too, because like sometimes people go over cringe with it. It's like, I'm a beginner, sensei, I don't even know what to do. But like if you're like, hey, I'm just trying to learn this thing and stuff like that, it's like, oh dude, thank you. So like be respectful, and you're gonna get a long way. And then from there you'll be able to, because the getting started is always the hard part, right?
Getting started, man.
Yeah, and be on the lookout. We're doing that crypto mindset meetup. Next year, man. It's happening, man. The crypto mindset meeting's happening. We're gonna do bigger and better. Oh, you ain't gonna miss it, bro. It's gonna be gigantic. Like I'm fully expecting like 300 to 500 people there minimum.
God damn,
it's gonna be huge, dude. Last one was pretty crazy. This next one, I don't even know what's gonna happen to Vegas, man. It's gonna be debauchery, man. Debauchery. But yeah, man. But you know that whole thing about like I feel like I threw my 20s away and stuff. Like part of that was also I felt like a really sadness because like I was out of shape. Because most of my 20s I was very in shape. Like top 2 abs showing and not like full 6-pack, but like flat stomach. Real like I've been a gym rat forever, and those injuries took me out. So I was like I basically like doubled down on the whole money thing and then the whole crypto thing, and then it was kind of a blessing, but also like I wish it didn't get hurt in the meantime. But like it just is what it is. But in order for me to hit that echelons of like I sacrificed my health in order to hit the echelons of money, and it was very unhealthy.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Hopefully you can hit that path without doing that. But I did. And that's what I basically hit it to an unhealthy level in order to reach it. Where like it was like as soon as I get home, like it was my ass in front of the computer. And I've done that multiple times in my life. Like I did that with World of Warcraft, where like I just every hour. To the point where like I've been playing for maybe 2.5 years and I have like a full year of playtime on a character. I've
done that in games too, man. Honestly, I mean, I personally don't really regret it. I don't do it anymore though. You know, I had a good time playing video games. I was an internet nerd. I used to like play video games and talk.
Impossible. You have muscles. How is that possible? No.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put a little sauce on it. That's it. But you know, I used to, bro. Destiny. You know Destiny, like the game.
They mean the streamer.
The game. No.
I know the game. I played it for like a little bit.
I literally gave up like years of my life playing that game.
Really?
Years of my life playing that game. Like I was in the Navy at the time, and that was the only thing that I could even think about. This is the only thing. Like I was at work and I'd be talking to guys like, bro, I'm gonna go do this tonight. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna run this mission. This. Get home, turn my PS4 on. That's all I used to do.
Damn.
Would I do it again? Hell no. Destiny 2 came out, and I was like, bro, all the guys I used to play with, they were like, bro, come on, O'Neal, play with us. Yeah. Come on, man. I was like, guys, if I do that shit again with my life, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about myself.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, I understand, bro, but this shit's so cool. Oh my God. I was like, bro, you guys can go ahead and do what you want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and do me. And you know what I'm saying? I got my muscles right. So that's what I had to give up. I ain't gonna do it again, but it was fun while it lasted.
That same thing happened with me. Was like I finished the Path of the Lich King.
Yeah.
And then Cataclysm came out, and I was like, fuck this shit, dude. I started getting into politics where like, as I was like the officer in our guild or whatever and stuff. And then I started at 17, and then by the end of it, I was like, like 19, barely just turned 19. And like, I was telling a bunch of dude, like 35-year-old dudes in fedora, literally in fedoras, like what to do and stuff. And they all had like fucking bachelors in English or like creative writing and shit. And like, and you know, I don't think they appreciated a 17 or 19-year-old telling them what to do.
That's crazy how serious people take that though.
Oh yeah, that's their whole life.
You know what I'm saying? It really is their whole life, and it kind of reinforces the fact that the way crypto and the way the internet and everything's gonna kind of come together. I truly believe that like that is the future. Like I remember I used to play Final Fantasy 14 as the online MMO.
Oh, I never played it. No.
It honestly is a really cool ass game. It's aesthetically, it's freaking amazing. And you could literally live on the game. There was a guy that I met on the game.
Oh no.
I joined his guild and literally I could log on at any point in time of the day, any time, 4 a.m. in the morning, and he would be on. And as soon as I would log on, he'd be like, hey man, what's up? What are you doing? And he would like go and like he would literally build houses for the guild. And he'd be like, yeah man, this is the new house that I built for everybody. And then you use this to like craft your materials. Oh, you need to, like, people are living online.
Yeah.
That's literally how people are going to be living. Some people are going to be living like that.
Right.
So the game is going to change over time. And that's why I know it's like everything is going to, all of this is going to be something later on in the future, man, for sure.
And those guys, I mean, this is just my suspicion. It's a rejection of sex.
Now,
I'm not saying that he doesn't get laid or nothing. It's the reason we kind of fall like into the. And I'm not talking about like a regular video game or something because you're addicted to playing. I'm talking about those MMORPGs. Is that it's a rejection of the self.
Yeah.
Because we want to get a character that like, oh, he looks. We can build him up, but he doesn't look ugly. And like there is like this like. I know it because at some point I sort of saw that in myself or something like that. Like you're kind of running away. Like you're like, I'm not getting as much as I should, or like none at all. A lot of guys, and then they get into that because they escape to a different person, and that person's the cool person. Yeah, and it's like, who said that? Was it Andrew Tate who said this? Like everyone's playing all these video games. Everyone's playing all these video games and shit, and you can just be like, you should be playing a video game in your real life. Life is a game, and you should be playing your real self. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that run away from their real selves because they're ashamed of themselves, and that's why they run into that game. And then they're acting exactly how they would in real life if they actually had the confidence about themselves.
Yeah, people go into these games like Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, and they will literally grind hours to make gold, or like money on the like in Final Fantasy 14. There's a whole market. Like prices fluctuate. There's like a whole like economy in the game. People grinding and doing all this stuff to make money.
Right.
And they pay money to play the game. So it's like, dude, like you could just do that in real life.
All right, let me tell you guys. This is why I'm so bullish on GameFi, baby. Illuvium, baby. Sheesh.
Yeah.
We're going to make billions off these things, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Like, coming from experience, we escaped that matrix. Whew, thank God. But, like, it's going to be big money. That's why I'm saying GameFi is going to be a $1 trillion industry.
I think so. I think it'll be like some Sword Art Online type shit. I don't know if you ever seen that.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. Kirito.
Yeah. It's gonna be like some Sword Art Online. Like I hope life is like that, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Once VR becomes like fully augmented and Elon puts chips in everybody's brains,
Jesus.
like hopefully it's not that bad. But if it's like some Sword Art Online type shit, I think I can accept that.
Now, let me tell you this, though. Okay. Now, if you're Kirito, right? But like what happens when everyone else is playing, what happens? Hierarchies happen.
Yeah.
So the sexual economic hierarchy in the video games will happen again. And so it's like if you're not the best player or you're not out here macking with cash, boom, you're the loser in the society grinding, bro. Like
so you're gonna so I'm not talking to anybody specifically out there, but there's gonna be guys that reject themselves in real life to go play the video game and then suck at the video game and at the bottom of the leaderboard and then probably go off and play some kind of mini game to get out of the actual video game.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be insane to me.
They're going to be losers in one world and losers in the other.
Losers in both worlds. If you're going to play video games, you better be number one. That, like, I tell people that all the time. It's like, bro, if you're going to put all your time into a video game, if you're not number one, God damn it, man, what are you doing?
Yeah. Karn's right. People will literally be NPCs.
I actually seen a video of this guy. I think I tagged you in it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a Mexican guy, and he's like, he's making a video. It's on Instagram, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna become a streamer. I'm gonna like live my life, and like it's gonna be great. You know, I'm gonna make all this money, and I'm gonna play video games. I'm gonna like, you know, forget it, everybody else. And he literally is like, I'm gonna go follow my dreams. Yeah. And he's literally playing a simulation of him mowing yards and doing landscaping. Literally, like it was hilarious. He was like literally driving a freaking lawnmower.
Oh my God,
it's crazy, man. But that's literally how life is going to be for a lot of people, and unfortunately that's just reality. I think it's going to be kind of cool, but I prefer to play the real life game.
Yeah,
that's the best way to do it. And everybody here should be playing the real life game, man. You should be playing the real life game. You should be out there meeting the people, learning the lessons. Don't reject yourself, man. There's probably a lot of guys here in this chat that haven't truly worked on themselves, like physically or financially. Bro, now is the time, bro. Now is the time to do all of that. It's time to actually invest in yourself. Go get that gym membership. A lot of people think $30 a month is like, oh, I don't want to get gym membership. It's like $30 a month. Like, bro, stop complaining. It's an addition to your life. And I actually talked about this on my stream earlier today. Is when it really changed in my head. It really changed in my head when I understood that exercise was no longer a subtraction. It was an addition to my life. A lot of guys start in the gym and they feel like it's a subtraction. They feel like somehow it's this hopping on the treadmill, doing 30 minutes on the treadmill is taking away from their life. Mm. But once you finally make the switch in your brain, you understand that this is an absolute addition to my life. That is when you truly like you master your autonomy, and now you go to the gym and it's like automatic now. Yeah, you're grinding, you're on your purpose. It's automatic. So understanding that all of this things that may suck in the beginning, once you get to the point where it's like, dude, this is no longer subtracting from my life. Right. You got to get that out of your mind that it's subtracting from your life, and it's only adding to what you are.
Fitness is so important, man. That's why I'm like working out. We're working out all the time and stuff and doing all this. I'm trying to get sizzled. Sheesh.
Hey, bro. Like we're putting in this work right now, man. We're putting in this work. We're grinding. You should be grinding out there too, man. And if you don't know where to go, I'm not saying you got to come to me, but come to me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that work in. You know what I'm saying? I do my online coaching, and I coach guys, on weight loss, building muscle, what they got to do, what they got to eat, the lifestyle that they got to live. A lot of people are busy and things like that, and they don't really understand what exactly they have to do in the gym to get the results that they want. And that's where I come in with, my experience, my knowledge and my expertise and what I do. So if you are interested, go follow me on Instagram, and shoot me a DM, or just go to my link tree in my Instagram. Everything's in the bio, everything's in the description, and hit me up, man. Hit me up when you're ready.
Definitely.
I think you're ready. So hit me up.
Cool, man. I mean, one of the hardest, what pissed me off the most about fitness?
What?
Is a lot of the times it's just their food.
Bro.
God damn it. I hate that's such bullshit, bro.
Food is
I know, but
the number one thing. And a funny thing about that is, I remember when I was doing, I did a cut before I did my cut for my show.
Okay, the one before it.
Yeah, before it. And I realized, because that was the first time I ever truly didn't eat. I was like, I'm not gonna eat this. I have to stay on the diet. And then I had my cheat meals. And I remember one weekend I was like, bro, what am I gonna have for my cheat meal? I went to freaking BurgerFi, some burger place. I got some Wagyu beef burger with freaking all everything on it.
Yeah.
Ate the burger, sat there, and I was like, yo, the satisfaction that I got from eating the burger was it was there and it's gone.
Yeah.
But then my body and everything has to deal with what I just ate. And it's a cheat meal, and I could afford the cheat meal, but at the same time, it's if I didn't have the cheat meal, I would just be that much further down my goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
a good looking body is with you 24/7. So it's consistently giving a benefit.
Yeah.
And also people like you more and stuff if you look better and everything like that. And when you're carrying those extra pounds and stuff, it actually is a hindrance to your life. It
truly is.
Yeah, obviously, if I was the only human alive, it wouldn't fucking matter that much. But regardless, when you're more in shape, you're less sluggish, you're more energy. And people like you better. And your life. This is a sad shit about life, but it's true. The better looking you are, the easier your life is. It's just fat. I'll fight on anyone on that, but things are, you're playing with extra luck. This is a video game, if you look better, you're playing with +2 luck, +3 luck. You just get luckier. People say yes to you more.
True. Man, you gotta, the main thing too about it is looking in the mirror and being proud, not just comfortable in your own skin, not just, oh, I like myself, being absolutely proud of what you've done. That is the biggest thing for me, because that those are the moments where nobody's watching me, nobody's critiquing me, nobody's saying, oh, good job, this and that. I'm in front of the mirror. This is me, myself, and the creator, whoever's out there. And I'm doing a damn good job. If you could look in the mirror at the end of the day before you go shower and you go to bed, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you say, bro, I'm doing a goddamn good job. That is everything. A lot of people, they can't look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because they realize it's man, I'm not doing anything. And they just stay stagnant. They stay still. It's bro, go out there and go achieve something. Go achieve it and start with the basics, man. I tell guys to start with push-ups, man.
Yeah.
Start with push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Start small. You want to invest in crypto? Start with a couple dollars.
Get in. Start.
You spend that money on McDonald's. You shouldn't be eating it, but you're going to spend that money on McDonald's anyways. Come on, man. Start small, man. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
It was not built in a day, man. How much longer we got left on this?
Shit, as long as I want. No.
Oh, we go?
We're going 24 hours, guys.
24-hour stream, man.
Damn, son. Yeah. And yo, shout out to Crypto Boogeyman with the $10 super chat. What's poppin' DCC? What do you recommend we DCA into now, or should we stand by for more dip? Right now, it's such an interesting little play. I say like probably do some DCA now into some of your favorite projects, but I would still hold on to some of that dry powder. Do something. So whatever you were thinking, do half of that and then save the rest, because I do think there's going to be a dip in the future. But we are, I mean, we are pumping up right now, so it's like we're not too much off those lows anyway. So it's doing somewhat of a DCA into all your favorite coins. Like I recently just started buying I bought a little Spooky Swap the other day. I bought Illuvium. I bought Jewel and stuff. I added to my Jewel LPs. I just started buying into a bunch of these other coins and stuff. Hex and stuff, I already bought a good chunk at 3 cents and stuff and 4 cents. So I was looking into like the rest of my portfolio and starting to actually accumulate some of these other coins because they're really low right now, and just getting some bigger positions. Now, all these coins here, I still had them. So I'm just adding to them. But like Spooky Swap's one that I really think is a really good coin to get in. Crow I think Crow, I haven't looked at the Crow price, but Crow is gonna survive, so it's probably gonna do really well. And just looking at stuff and just getting some position in now, but just don't blow the whole load. Like save some of that dry powder, because if we do get those lower lows, like you strike. And that's what it is, man.
Iron is hot.
Heck yeah, man.
Wax on, wax off.
Definitely. And Crypto Boogie's like, do the deck of cards with the push-ups. Yeah, I've heard about that. The deck of cards and stuff. There's like a way you do, you basically pull out cards from a deck and then you do a certain amount of push-ups.
Really?
Yeah. I have to look into it, but I know what he's talking about.
Never thought of doing that.
But definitely, man. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us today, man. This has been Dollar Cost Crypto. I've been joined by, where can people follow you, man?
Yasuke Fitness, man. Follow me on Instagram at Yasuke Fitness. Also, go check my YouTube channel out. I just launched it, called Gym Check-In, Yasuke Fitness, with myself. You know, it's a channel that I basically created where I'm gonna start talking to people that, you know, follow me, you know, on Instagram and on my socials. I want to start engaging with you guys more, getting a feel for what you guys are, you know, what you guys are about, and just check in with me. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What are you working out for the day? I'll let you guys know what my workouts are for the day, what I'm doing, what I'm hitting, PRs, etc. And I just talk about topics, you know. I'll talk about, like this episode this morning, I talked about discipline, you know, what you need to have discipline, to be disciplined, my backstory, things like that. I'm going to do like reaction videos and stuff like that. And
that's cool.
As I, you know, grow, you know, things are going to get more dynamic and we're going to like start playing with other things. But for now, you know, I just really want to engage and connect with the people that actually fuck with me. So
fuck yeah, man.
Go ahead and check out my YouTube, Yasuke Fitness, and follow me on Instagram at Yasuke Fitness. DM me to join Hidden Muscle, my online coaching company. If you're ready and you're willing, I'm going to get you to your goals. You see, I'm wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, man. All I got to do is snap my fingers, bro. All I got to do is snap my fingers and you can go get everything you want. Everything, man. I got the power to change reality. Join me. It is your destiny.
Shoo! I love it, man. That's beautiful, man. And be sure, can you show the screen for 1 second? Be sure to sign up and leave your email down below and stuff like that. The Crypto Mindset Q4 comes out November 18th. It's only going to be on sale for 5 days. The sale ends November 22nd at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you leave your email address here, you're gonna get an email exactly when it goes live, and you can get in, man. Because man, it's only 5 days and then it's closed, man. So don't miss the train, you guys. And be sure to, one last thing, just if you take the screen down. One last thing, we are now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Congratulations.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
All right, guys, I'm getting on camera. This is every single person, 107 people here. Listen, he's on Spotify. He's on Apple Podcasts. He's been there for a while, but this mofo has been slacking. You know what? We need to get to the top of the charts, not just in crypto, but on podcasts. How do we do that? Let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you. You're going to go on the Apple Podcast right now, type in Dollar Cost Crypto. If you see this logo right here, you're in the right spot. So what you're going to do, Apple Podcasts, you're going to leave a review. If I want to do something with Miguel over here.
Yeah.
If you leave a review, leave 5 stars, and put the funniest shit you've ever seen on this podcast. Make us laugh. If you can make us laugh, I can probably secure something. Maybe he gives you a free day at in the Citadel or something. I don't even know. We just want to laugh. Go there, type in the funniest thing you've ever said. Okay, then second, Spotify. Even if you don't pay for it, you can go to spotify.com. You can find his podcast. It's in the link in the bio. Also rate him 5 stars. Guys, This is what will make the difference between, the bear market, 107 people watching right now, but when this is 100,000 people watching, it'll be because of you rating 5 stars. So let's do it right now, guys. Let's do it. Let's hit the Pepe just to celebrate.
And please leave those reviews, you guys, because you know why? That's it. I've decided I'm going to give away a Pepe clock.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Whoa. I've never done this before, you guys. This could be your face here.
Oh, my God.
A Pepe clock could be yours and stuff, but we'll wait. We'll run this for maybe 1 or 2 weeks and see the funniest reviews and stuff like that. And then from there, we'll do a whole show and review and stuff. And the guy who wins, they're winning a Pepe clock and much more prizes. Many more prizes. So it's you want a Pepe clock? You want a Pepe clock? Go review us. 5 stars.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Facts.
And with that, you guys, peace. Tomorrow we should be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got a cool ass show tomorrow. I got a surprise guest. So later.
Peace.